What's going on, everyone? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And welcome to another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I speak to a dope rapper out of Chicago, Illinois. Her name, Surreal. Check out this interview we did right now. What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm speaking to a dope sister out of Chicago, Illinois. Man, this woman can rap her butt off, folks. She's got lyrics for days. Her lyrical skill set is just mind-blowing. I can't wait till you hear what she could do. Her name is Surreal. So without further ado, let's bring in Surreal.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on, Surreal? How have you been doing?
I've been doing good. Blessed, can't complain. How about you?
I've been doing blessed as well, but I'm really blessed now that you are here on my show. I'm so humbled.
No, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming through, man. You are one of the illest rappers I have ever heard.
Thank you.
Just the way you rhyme, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, your stuff has substance. I know a lot of female rappers, but your delivery is so polished. Like, you've been working on that for years. How long have you been rapping?
Since I was 13.
Wow. So I guess the next question I had was, when did you realize you had a passion for music? You just already answered that. Since you were 13.
I was 13. You want me to elaborate and go into detail on that?
Yeah, go into detail. Tell us the whole story.
Well, basically, growing up, I've always been like shy. I wouldn't necessarily say shy, just not able to communicate my thoughts in a way that people around me could understand. So whenever I would feel some type of way, whenever I'm sad or I'm happy or like any type of emotion I could have at school, just imagine me being 13, I would come home and instead of me asking for advice from my mom or my friends or my siblings, I'd like write in my little journal. And to the point where it turned into poetry. Like every line would start rhyming, and then that's just how it turned into music.
Who are your greatest influences?
Honestly, growing up, I listened to the great trio first. Wayne, Nicki, and Drake. Nicki, because for me, she's just the epitome of what I feel like a female rapper should stand for. She's assertive. I feel like she's characterized. She chased after everything she believed in. You know, it didn't necessarily have to match anyone else's beliefs and goals and stuff. Like, she stuck to what she wanted to do and she went with it. Drake just cold to me. Wayne is his lyricism. I think a lot of people can tell that Wayne is one of my influences, though. And Rakim. And it's a rapper from Chicago. She's actually a ghostwriter, Shauna. Yeah, like she's cold to me. Like that's another one of my influences.
Shauna, is she the one that rapped with Ludacris?
Yes.
I was wondering what happened to her.
Yeah, I studied her freestyles. I studied her freestyles because she's just so cold, just on another level. Then I found out she was writing for men in the industry. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta study you. If I'm gonna study anyone, it gotta be the greats.
When you're not in the studio or making music, what do you do?
I actually own a hair extensions company, Surreal Extensions. So I have my own hair company. I jog in the mornings when I have time, or I go to the gym, and I read a lot of books. The books I'm on right now is Manifest Your Desires, The Teachings of Abraham, and The Cartel 1 through 8. So I'm big on reading.
I can see why your lyrical skill set is so vast, like your vocabulary. When I hear your music, I hear somebody that's really intelligent, in tune to the English language. You think of words that any normal human being probably wouldn't even think of.
Yeah, I feel like the moment you let your mind get idle, that's when you become stagnant, you know, especially in the way you speak, your vernacular, just everything. I feel like every day, I'm like a sponge. I got to learn something every single day. Like if something wrong with me, I got to go on Google. I got to research it. I got to be reading or doing something. Like I got to excel my brain in some type of way every day.
I'm digging the vibes. Tell us about this song, 937 in Chicago.
Well, basically, I'm dropping my first EP this year. If you know me from Loam, all I've been dropping is just like random little songs I've practiced with over the years from being 13 till now. And 937 is really just my transition into an artist and the woman that I am. is showing my message and showing like what I've been perfecting this whole entire time. So at first I feel like I was making music to just cope with things. You know, I wasn't thinking about my broader message and my broader purpose within music. So 937 is just an introduction to me as an artist.
Folks, you can tap into Surreal over there on Loom, LUM.FM. Also, they have apps you can download to your Android and your iPhone. I'm telling you something, folks, when you tap in and when you hear this song, you're going to be like, damn, MC, you did it again. You told us to go check out Surreal on Loom. We did, and guess what? She's dope. You damn right she's dope. And so, without further ado, folks, this is a little snippet of the song 937 in Chicago by Surreal.
Some things she don't speak on, see it in her eyes. My grandma's spiritual because I've known miracles. Crying, thinking about how she couldn't give her mama no burial. Trying to keep my peace so that negativity ain't hearing you. If it comes down to me or you, I ain't sparing you. It's 3 a.m. sipping mimosas down Santorini. The ceiling's high and the windows wide, but you never see me. Words hold power, so I manifest it like
that's Surreal, y'all. Surreal.
No wonder why they need me. These bitches fuck for burgers on niggas and never love them.
Hear that? Those are bars, y'all. That's bars.
Ain't about the money, I show up.
Now go on the Loom and go get it yourself.
937 in Chicago.
Man. Ooh, that was bad. But that, I can see why you're starting off with this song to enter in your EP to the peoples.
That gotta be the beginning.
Yeah, I really like it. I'm gonna listen to it again after the show and actually tap in. I can see it's a deep song.
Thank you. It came from a deep place.
Tell us some of your experiences you've had since you've been making music.
I can go back to one of my earlier experiences when I first started doing open mics and performing. So I have an older sister. Her name is Kimberly. Love her to death. Shout out to my sister.
Shout out, Kimberly.
She's one of the main reasons I started rapping, because I told you, mind you, I was shy. So I wouldn't push myself out there to do music. Even if I got that good response, like people are like, you go crazy. Like, you need to do this. I wouldn't push myself out there on my own. So my first time ever rapping in front of a large group was when I lived in public housing in Trumbull Park. That's like a CHA housing in Chicago. But basically, we had like this little carnival fair going on. It's like a talent show or whatever. And then I must have heard my name on the intercom, like, Crystal Woods. That's my real name, Crystal Woods. You're up next to perform. And I'm like, I didn't write my name on this. I'm not performing. My sister grabbed me by my shirt, like, what you mean? You always in the room. We tired of hearing you in your room through the walls. We want to hear it out loud. You rapping today. And then my mom was outside. I'm like, okay, I can't chicken out of this one. I gotta actually rap. So when I rapped, it was so crazy. The feeling that came over me was surreal. That's what, every time I rapped, I would get like this strange nostalgic feeling. Like I was meant to be doing it, even if it made my heart beat out my head and out of my body. It was like, I'm meant to do this. And I got like an encore. Isn't that when people like clapping super loud and they want you to rap again? But I'm like, yeah, nah, y'all. I was too nervous first time. But the person that was speaking on the intercom, they was like, yeah, so who do y'all think should win this talent show? They put their hands over everybody. They didn't say nothing for no one else. And I was so surprised. They put their hand over me. Everybody started screaming. And you know me, just a little awkward wallflower. I'm just like, let me get my awards so I can go. Like, I'm not here for this. But that was my first very experience with music. And then when I started doing open mics, I would always hear my sister in the crowd just screaming loudly, hysterically. And even if I was nervous, that kept on pushing me through that surreal feeling. Like it kind of felt like my life was like a movie every time I performed. So that's why I was like, yeah, I can't get this up.
What is your process? When do you get a beat first and then write the lyrics to however the beat makes you feel? Or do you wait to go to the studio, then figure out the song? What's your process?
I'm not going to lie. When I first started doing music, I kind of was lost with my voice. And I would vaguely get the advice of, don't try to fit the beat. The beat has to fit you. So as I got a little bit older and I started rapping, when I was younger, it was more like a freestyle thing for me. And whatever sounded like crap, I'll just take it out and like pre-write, like clean it up or something like that. But now it's kind of like I listen to like a large amount of beats at a time just to get a feel for them. I probably listen to beats all week and not try to think of a single word to go with them. Whichever one would just fit my vibe. And then I have to have some type of experiences in my life. Like I don't like to just create something literally out of nothing. Like it has to come from something. You know, like if I feel like it takes time for me to create just because my experiences are real and they're raw. So when it comes time to actually make music and put it down on paper, I used to write in journals. I used to have like journals stacked about this high in my room, but now it's like on my note thing. Or I have never went to the studio and tried to make a song there. So I would always be prepared going to the studio. I would always have it either written out or I record it on my phone of me freestyling, and I'll pick and choose what I like. So I have a million different. It's crazy. I have a million different creative processes. So.
That's dope. Do you have any advice for the youngins that are coming up that want to do what you're doing?
I feel like the only advice that I could give someone in my position is to not create blindly. Just know that everything you do has a reaction. Because I feel like a lot of artists, they get in the industry and they're like, oh, I didn't ask to be a role model. I didn't ask to be this. I didn't ask to be that. Yeah, we know that. But it's like, what would you want from your favorite artist? So when I think of music, I think about what I want to hear. So in terms of the advice, yeah, just don't create things blindly. Like, yeah, get lit, have fun, celebrate life for what it is, but know what you actually want your message to be so you don't get lost behind it. Because when the fan base come, when the money come, you don't want to get lost behind all of that because you didn't necessarily have a message.
I can dig the vibes. Do you have any burning desires?
Like I said, my real name is Crystal Woods. So, and I'm a smoker. So I want to create my own woods company, and I want to call it Surreal Woods. I want to expand on my rap name in every way that I can. So outside of the hair business and me being a rapper, if I could actually have my own woods company, that would be dope. And another desire I have is to be a dancer, not a stripper, like Aaliyah Janelle with the I knew he was going out, but like with the knee pads and the heels and the actual routines. I would love it because I like things that push me to be bigger than what I am. So I'll grow in some type of way. Stripping when it did that.
America, it is I, MC Andrew Love. This is Let's Chat and Jam. This is my special guest, Surreal. I'm telling you something, folks. This lady here, she's got skills. And I recommend her music to any hip-hop fan. I'm a hip-hop fan, a big rap fan. And because of this, I have to say this to you, Surreal. Thank you. Thank you for making music that I can relate to. Thank you for making music that reminds me of why hip-hop is the way it is. It's about real life. Thank you for bringing reality back to music. I do miss this. And one other thing, thank you for repping women. Thank you for being one of those ladies that are really taking hip-hop seriously and not taking her clothes off, but leaving her clothes on and respecting the way you come with it. Thank you so much for the way you're doing it. I appreciate it. You are the shiznit.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, definitely. And since you've been here for the first time, you have now become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fam, which means you don't have to wait for me to contact you and say, hey, Surreal, you want to come to my show? Nah, you can tap into my DMs and say, hey, Joe, I got some new music. I got some new stuff. I got a new book. I got a new weave or whatever. I want to promote it. I need to come to your show and promote my shit. And of course, I'm going to say, fine, let me get you on the calendar and pencil you in. And then you're good as on the show. That's how easy it is to become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fam.
That's love. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And for that side means time has ran out. And be safe out there in Chicago, whatever you do.
God bless you.
God bless you too. And everyone else, y'all be safe. And just remember, when you got a dream, go for your dream, because only you can stop you. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Peace out, folks.
Period.
Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like and share the content, as well as hit the notification icon so you don't miss A Conversation with series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.